Hey YouTube, how's it going? This is PsychoYajko, and welcome to another live stream where I will share memories of all the times I spent as a little shrimp in the early 2000s. Today we will be talking about the year of 2003 on this live stream. To start, we will share the stories and major events that have changed history, especially around this time frame. To start, I will be talking about a horrible, horrible event. The genocide in the village of Darfur. Located in South Sudan. In 2003, Sudan, a country in Africa, used to be led by a ruthless president named Omar Hassan al-Bashir. You know, I cannot even call him a president for causing this genocide to occur. I might as well call him a tyrant, a dictator, a destroyer of human life, an angel of death. Under his administration, he wanted a more Arab Islamic-based government. While the government had Arabic Muslims in control, there were also a number of many black African tribes in Sudan who did not identify as Arabic or of the Islam religion, or had any affiliation with that religion. The major black African tribes consist of tribes such as the Fur, the Masalit, and the Zagawa. Many of the black African villagers in Darfur were strongly against this idea of having an Arab Islam government in Sudan. So as a result, the non-Arabs demanded more rights under Omar's administration. They formed a rebellion in the hopes that their Arabic and Islamic-based government could be overturned and the non-Arab villagers could have more rights under the Sudanese government. And the dictator Omar here, as seen in this picture, he responded by sending out his military called the Janjaweed to murder, torture, rape, and mutilate the African tribes in the region. The terror still continues to this day. He is a fugitive to the International Criminal Court for counts of genocide, and he was ousted in a military coup, according to Britannica. He is no longer president, but his reign of tyranny carries on a legacy of pain and suffering that the non-Arabs in Sudan have had to endure for years. A long time frame of genocide, rape, torture, and mutilation. Now, if you guys want to read about this, I'm going to send all of you a link or two to some articles if you want to read about this. Hang on a second. Let me go in the chat and I'll post all this stuff. There we go. There. And there. I posted some articles in the chat so all of you guys can read more about this. Now I'm going to be talking about another event in 2003. A foolish decision made by George W. Bush. He was a dumbass. I don't think any of us can deny that. He was an idiot. This war was centered around the idea that Iraq and Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction, which wasn't the case. Later in the Iraq war, it turns out that Iraq had no weapons of mass destruction, and that George Bush's claims of Iraq and Sudan having weapons of mass destruction were without merit. You know what? Since I'm going to talk about this, I might as well share with all y'all a video of his 2003 message regarding the Iraq War. We're going to watch the whole thing. If you guys want to hate on this fool all along and cringe at what he talks about, feel free. And then after that, we will end our past events on the lighter side. Let me share. Let me present. So all of you guys can cringe at this dumbass talking about the Iraq war and the weapons of mass destruction and everything, and his baseless war of trying to liberate the Iraqi people, which, don't get me wrong, I'm going to start by saying right here that Saddam Hussein, he was an evil person. Let's be real on that. But what doesn't make sense is the fact that George Bush would go to lengths to lie about Iraq and Sudan having weapons of mass destruction when that was proven to be untrue. But I'm rambling on and on. Let's just continue with this. And disclaimer, this is for archival purposes, so don't be getting any ideas, okay? And cringe as you want, as much as you want.
My fellow citizens, at this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger. On my orders, coalition forces have begun striking selected targets of military importance to undermine Saddam Hussein's ability to wage war. These are opening stages of what will be a broad and concerted campaign. More than 35 countries are giving crucial support. from the use of naval and air bases, to help with intelligence and logistics, to the deployment of combat units. Every nation in this coalition has chosen to bear the duty and share the honor of serving in our common defense. To all the men and women of the United States Armed Forces now in the Middle East, the peace of a troubled world and the hopes of an oppressed people now depend on you. That trust is well placed. The enemies you confront will come to know your skill and bravery. The people you liberate will witness the honorable and decent spirit of the American military. In this conflict, America faces an enemy who has no regard for conventions of war or rules of morality. Saddam Hussein has placed Iraqi troops and equipment in civilian areas, attempting to use innocent men, women, and children as shields for his own military, a final atrocity against his people. I want Americans and all the world to know that coalition forces will make every effort to spare innocent civilians from harm. A campaign on the harsh terrain of a nation as large as California could be longer and more difficult than some predict. And helping Iraqis achieve a united, stable, and free country will require our sustained commitment. We come to Iraq with respect for its citizens, for their great civilization, and for the religious faiths they practice. We have no ambition in Iraq except to remove a threat and restore control of that country to its own people. I know that the families of our military are praying that all those who serve will return safely and soon. Millions of Americans are praying with you for the safety of your loved ones and for the protection of the innocent. For your sacrifice, you have the gratitude and respect of the American people. And you can know that our forces will be coming home as soon as their work is done. Our nation enters this conflict reluctantly, yet our purpose is sure. The people of the United States and our friends and allies will not live at the mercy of an outlaw regime that threatens the peace with weapons of mass murder. We will meet that threat now with our Army, Air Force, Navy, Coast Guard, and Marines, so that we do not have to meet it later with armies of firefighters and police and doctors on the streets of our cities. Now that conflict has come, the only way to limit its duration is to apply decisive force. And I assure you, this will not be a campaign of half measures, and we will accept no outcome but victory. My fellow citizens, the dangers to our country and the world will be overcome. We will pass through this time of peril and carry on the work of peace. We will defend our freedom. We will bring freedom to others, and we will prevail. May God bless our country and all who defend her.
That was very cringy. I felt like I was losing brain cells by watching that. But anyways, we're done watching that. Cancer, that's a dumpster fire. Now, let's talk about something on the lighter side, like I said I would. Linkin Park decides to perform live in Texas, the Lone Star State. It was their very first live performance in front of a wide audience of their hardcore fans known as street soldiers, who have come to listen to them perform. Music from Mike Shinoda, Chester Bennington, rest his soul, Rob, Brad, Dave, also known by his stage name Phoenix, and Joe Hahn. All of the songs from their albums such as Meteora, Hybrid Theory, and one of their songs from Reanimation. Now let's talk about the music from 2003. Rancid's 2003 album called Indestructible, one of my all-time favorite albums. Something that I grew up on. My favorite songs from that album such as Fall Back Down, Red Hot Moon, Start Now, Arrested in Shanghai, and Memphis. Those are pretty much all the good songs that I liked on that album as a kid. A vivid memory of my dad taking me to daycare in his car while listening to Fall Back Down on the car ride while it was early morning. It was already a bright sunny sky. crystal clear skies, and I would hear that song play here on the DVD player, on the CD player in the car. Where's the Love by Black Eyed Peas, another favorite song I liked when I was a kid that I would listen to on my way to daycare as well. Right Thur by Chingy, that one I actually remember hearing in a movie called Robots. Senorita by Justin Timberlake, that too is a good one. Oh yeah. A Someday by Nickelback. Here Without You by Three Doors Down. More melancholy sounding, but still a good one nonetheless. It's My Life by No Doubt. That one I actually remember hearing in the movie called White Chicks. Why Can't I by Liz Phair, which I heard in the movie called 13 Going on 30. Cringy movie here and there, but hey, I heard some good songs in that movie. And I Don't Want to Be by Gavin DeGraw. That one too is a classic. I remember going on errands with my mother on weekdays later in the evening with that song on the radio plenty of times. Meteora by Linkin Park, which I've talked about before. I don't need to mention it anymore, but because I've talked about it, an album I grew up with a lot during my childhood. Turn Me On by Kevin Lyttle, and Hey Ya by Outkast. Hey, what's a little piece of trivia? What's cooler than being cold? Can anyone answer this question? Anyone in the chat? What's cooler than being cold? Ice cold. Yeah. I'll send you a link to all these songs in the chat. Give me a second. I'm just going to send a link to all of these, so all of you guys can listen to them if you want. Okay. Someday by Nickelback. Someday by Nickelback. Here Without You by Three Doors Down. My Life by No Doubt. Why Can't I by Liz Phair. I Don't Want to Be by Gavin DeGraw. Meteora from Linkin Park. But since I'm even talking about this, I might as well bring along some honorable mentions. I'm going to post the links to 3 of these songs as honorable mentions in the chat. This one is called Miss Independent by Kelly Clarkson. Bring Me to Life by Evanescence. And My Immortal by Evanescence. Those are 3 honorable mentions that I must put in the chat for all you to listen to. So that's all of them. Now let's talk about motion pictures from the early 2000s. When it came to movies in 2003, the movie that I will never forget from Disney and Pixar animation in the early 2000s, a movie that will have a special place in my heart, Finding Nemo, a bright, colorful CGI motion picture with a soundtrack beautifully composed by Thomas Newman, who would go to compose the score for WALL-E in 2008. Finding Nemo had Ellen in it, who voiced Dory in that movie. Stephen Root, who did the voice of that neurotic yellow fish called Bubbles. He even played Milton Wadhams in the Office Space movie. And he even did the voice of Bill Dauterive in King of the Hill. School of Rock, with Jack Black and Joan Cusack. The Matrix Reloaded, with Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, and Hugo Weaving. The Matrix Revolutions, which also has the same actors, but the actress who played Oracle in the first and second Matrix movie actually died from lung cancer, sadly. So she was replaced with some other actress who played as the Oracle in the third Matrix movie. And we even have a series of 9 animated shorts based on the Matrix franchise called The Animatrix. My favorite shorts on that are called Beyond and a detective story. Beyond is a Matrix short that's about the haunted house, and the detective story, which is a noir-themed anime short film. TV shows? Jakers, The Adventures of Piggly-Winks. That one was my favorite. Tuttenstein, another show that I grew up on. I actually remember when that TV show and franchise was being advertised. When I went to Applebee's at the time when that TV show was trending, I remember when I got a kid's cup, and it had the characters from Tuttenstein on that kid's cup. It had both franchises being displayed on it. It was Tuttenstein, and it was Kenny the Shark. Shaolin Showdown, another cool TV show that I watched on TV as a youngster. Now, to be honest, when I was younger, I thought that Kumiko Tohomiko was hot. And I don't know why, but I did. The intro, too, was a badass intro as I remember it, and so was the intro for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. In 2003, I was even introduced to Kipper, Pools, Parks, and Picnics. Now, I might tell you, even though it came out in 2001, I believe it says the DVD was re-released in 2003, but I could be wrong. Anyway, let's talk about video games from 2003. Video games, oh yes, there were plenty of cool video games from this specific year. Enter the Matrix, which I grew up on as a kid. Now, I've said before in my game reviews that it wasn't the best game, I thought, now that I play it these days. It was still quite buggy, not the best, but decent. I mean, I really liked to cheat in that game. I even liked to watch my characters die in that game. I would always look for a high place to jump and then watch my character die. I don't know why. Maybe it was because I liked the camera angles when the character would fall. I really don't know. I was stupid back then. Ooh, The Simpsons Hit and Run. Another trip down memory lane for me. I always enjoy that game. I like to kick people in that game. I loved Road Rage. I loved the action. The game I thought actually had some really good music cues. For Homer mostly, and Bart. They had the best music cues in the game, I thought. And I really like to explore all the bugs that I could find in this game too. That too was fun. Now there's also Beyond Good and Evil, another fun game that I remember as a kid, a game with a good soundtrack. Now, some of them were sad sounding, but it still had a great soundtrack. The first level I thought too, which had a good soundtrack to it. Voodoo Vince, which I also played as a kid. Now, I played a demo of it on the official Xbox Magazine demo disc. There were 2 levels on that demo. One was called The Back Stoop, and the other called Main Street, which had plenty of bottomless pits that I like to fall into. And I remember liking the one music cue that plays when the character dies in that game. Dino Crisis 3, which was what I liked for a different reason. I really liked the 3-dimensional maps in that game that you could discover. And I know a lot of people probably hated it, but I liked it personally. The concept of dinosaurs in outer space, it's like Jurassic World meets Starship Troopers. But the concept of dinosaurs in outer space seems so unusual. Probably just replace it with aliens. Trying to take a Resident Evil remake with dinosaurs and just have it in space, I can see would be unusual, but I personally like the idea. And then there's Sonic Heroes, a bright, colorful game that also had good music. I like the music for Grand Metropolis, Seaside Hill, Seagate, and levels like that. And the design of the environments were really good too. Bingo Highway and Casino Park had good level designs too. And let's not forget, I played the demo version of Grabbed by the Ghoulies, in Deus Ex, Gods of Invisible War, SpongeBob SquarePants, Battle for Bikini Bottom, and Outlaw Holiday Golf. Oh wait, let's not forget, I do remember playing the demo version of Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. So Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, Holiday Outlaw Golf, and SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Just recently, I even remember when they came out with like a rehydrated version. What they did is that they updated the game, gave it better graphics for the year 2020. I think it was 2020 when it came out, the remake, but I don't know. Still really cool that they decided to remake the game, and make it with better graphics than I remember from the older version. So that's it, I guess. In this part of the live stream, I will let anyone come in and talk about the memories that they have from 2003 or any time of the early 2000s for that matter. if they cannot think of any particular event in the exact year. And I see we have Lady M-Light and Fire Lord Kersan. Thanks all of you guys for joining.
My pleasure.
Pleasure.
So do you guys have any memories from 2003 that you want to share?
Should you start first, Lady M-Light?
Okay.
Ladies first.
Video games. I definitely remember playing SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Yeah, along with I've played the rehydrated version that came out, like you said.
Do you have any favorite levels in that game that you remember liking?
My favorite level was definitely, I'd probably say the Jellyfish Fields one.
Okay.
I remember the one I hated the most when I was young was always the bosses, no matter what, because they were just a pain.
Oh yeah, the bosses were a pain.
Yeah.
Did you like the music for the Flying Dutchman's Graveyard?
Oh yeah, I did I liked that. Yeah, I liked a lot of the music. I also loved how we the surfing and with playing with the characters, how they how SpongeBob would be with all that stuff. Yeah.
And Patrick's Dream, there was like a level where you had to go through all these different dream sequences for each of the characters. And Patrick's one was so easy.
Yeah.
Remember, all he does,
that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah, going through each person's dream. You had Sandy's and there were all the different ones. Yeah.
But Patrick's one was so simplistic. All you had to do was just like talk to him, and he gives you a spatula for free, and that's it.
Yeah.
So how have you been, Outer Heaven?
Pretty good. It's good you're bringing back these memories of these games that came out in 2003. I remember these games, classic ones.
One I hated probably was the one I hated the most level wise would also have to be Goo Lagoon. I hate that level so much.
Yeah, but it had some good music in it too, I think.
Yeah, it did.
Do you remember any of these games, Outer Heaven? I think you told me that before that you remember Dino Crisis 3, right?
Yeah, I never played these before, but I like the first and second one. Those were way better. The third one, it didn't get much. I know you personally like it. I understand, but the first and second one I played a long time ago in demo years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the Star Wars Jedi Knight Academy. I know that one, and never heard of Voodoo Vince. I know Star Wars Jedi Knight Academy. That was a classic game. Sonic Heroes, I think I seen in stores. Didn't really pay much attention to that. You know, there was a lot of Sonic games that time.
Yeah, but Sonic Heroes is a fun game. You know,
it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I was also playing at the time like Mario Kart Double Dash and other games was I playing then. Yeah, there was I also played Rayman.
Rayman, I remember that one. Rayman's classic.
Yeah.
It's based on
The Simpsons I also played. Yeah, Hit and Run. I played that. Yeah.
Get out of the way, jerkass!
Learn to drive, dumbass.
Save
me, Jeebus! Save me, dumb man! Ooh, I'm soaring like a candy wrapper in an updraft.
Oh my god! This is why I fucking like that, and I'll get and you'll get to me next after you make your point.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Matrix one, I played the demo of, but never really played the actual game.
Yeah. And so you played a demo version of The Simpsons Hit and Run, or what demo?
No, the demo of Matrix when it was out. Yeah, I didn't play the game.
Oh, the game is fun. I liked the game when I was a kid, but my favorite levels, I like the sewers levels. Those levels were fun. when I was
Oh
in the
yeah, you like
sewers.
do like slow motion, like go like what's it called, loop to loop or whatever, slow motion.
Loop-de-loops.
Yeah, and bullet timing and all that, and unlimited weapons. Yeah, I used to cheat. There was fun. That game's classic. The Enter the Matrix.
Yeah, I really like the way Niobe's main weapon would fire. Was the Beretta 9000S would go.
Yeah, I
fun.
watched another person play. I watched other people play the game. I just didn't.
Absolutely. Hey, Anthony Luna.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey, sorry, I'm late.
Welcome to this live stream. It's good to have you here.
It's an honor to be here.
Do you have any memories, music, TV shows, anything that you like to share that you remember as a kid?
Movie-wise, there's a lot.
Yeah, a lot of good movies.
Oh yeah, movies. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yes, the movies.
Yeah, we got Nemo, School of Rock. I definitely remember. That's a big one. Jack Black's most proud of. Yeah.
I have to apologize, but I have to play this clip for in honor of Jack Black.
Do it.
Do it.
You fucking dick, you piece of shit, you fucking fucking
I'm sorry.
Jack Black was crazy, man.
I had to do it.
Very funny.
Yeah. What's probably your favorite moment in School of Rock for each of us? Let's talk about that.
Loosey goosey, like you get loosey goosey.
Loosey goosey. I'm trying to think of one. Let me try to think of one. Let's see.
Mine is probably definitely the finale song that they do, which was written by
Zach Mooney.
What did you say? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. But then I also love when he's doing the immigrant song, when he's doing that in the car, which was hard to get from what he said. He had to do a plea to them just to get it. Yeah. Yeah, he's doing all that stuff. Yeah. There's so many good moments in the film.
He was still good back in the old times. He's I don't know if he's still active these days. I don't know. Is he still acting these days, Jack Black?
Yeah, he done Jumanji and the sequel to Jumanji. So yeah, he's still acting, but it just depends, I guess, on what it is.
He was in that Goosebumps movie.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah, he done the first one. He didn't do the sequel though.
Oh yeah. Back then he was very crazy and hilarious. Like, woo! He did take off his shirt, like, and swing it around, like, woo, yeah, like that craziness.
Okay,
yeah, School of Rock, I think, is still my favorite though. Out of the films he's done.
Mm-hmm. And other movies, yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one. AC/DC, Motorhead. Yo, what are they teaching this place?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that one's a funny line too. Oh yeah. Oh darn, what's another really funny line? Oh, I'm trying to think of one.
On my epic ass.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I love that part. Yeah, at the beginning, yeah, when he does that. Yeah. What about when he says, when he's when he just keeps telling people to have recess, and then Miranda Cosgrove's like, my parents are not paying this, so much money for me to have a recess, and he's like, okay, well, give up.
Just quit.
Just quit. Yeah.
So don't waste your time trying to make anything cool or pure or awesome, because the man's just going to call you a fat, washed-up loser and crush your souls. So do yourselves a favor and just give up.
Yeah, and then think about when they find out what he is and they go get him, and he's like, "Look, forget about it. Just if you keep you're gonna end up like a bum ass like me."
Yeah,
bum ass.
Hey, guys.
I like how he expressed it, like in the movie.
Guys.
He expressed himself so much of it.
I think we should let Anthony Luna have a say. I think he hasn't spoken yet and shared his favorite movies or quotes from movies.
Yeah.
Anthony Luna, you got any favorite quotes or movies?
I have a couple. I've got 3 here. I want to show. I remember from 2003.
Okay.
This one I remember.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
I haven't seen that film, so yeah.
Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys 2.
Bad Boys 2, yeah.
Tupac.
Yeah, it's part of the set.
Juice.
But Juices was released in 1992, but this one.
But it's a good movie.
It's not. This one's not in store anymore, unfortunately. So it's only I don't know where it is now.
Good you have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite quote from Bad Boys 2 was when Will Smith in Bad Boys 2 he says, "Blue power motherfuckers, Miami PD."
Yeah. Do any of you guys remember Finding Nemo?
Oh, I remember Finding Nemo. I love quotes. The sharks and the mine.
Everybody remembers the birds. Fish are friends, not food. Yeah.
Yeah, and he the shark Bruce and those and his companions. Oh, and that the dentist scene, the escaped.
Oh yeah.
Shark fin. Ooh yeah, hell yeah, I know that.
Where did the fish go?
Or the initiation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that girl with the bracelet, like fishy, yeah, whatever, and I like scare her and then the pellet.
I'm a piranha. They're in the Amazon.
Yeah, oh my God. Find a happy place. She taps into the spore starfish.
Yeah.
Or when Nemo goes with the friends to the boat out to the thing and they're like, touch the butt.
Oh yeah. I remember that one too.
I remember that one.
Okay, I'm trying to think of another quote. Why are you sleeping?
Does anybody remember anything from Holes?
Holes, yeah, that movie, Shia LaBeouf.
I think I remember like watching the first few seconds of it. It looked like a really good movie. I remember when they had the storybook. They had a chapter book for Holes. A bunch of kids in third grade were reading it when I was in third grade.
I remember that they sent to a camp that they dig holes and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was at a detention camp in Texas.
Yeah,
for juvenile delinquents.
Yep. They had to look for they're digging for holes for a purpose, but the Bill character, but they're really looking for that lost treasure of some former outlaw lady.
Exactly.
By the warden, yeah, and all that. Yeah, and yeah.
Oh, hey, Junko. Hey, Junko, want to join?
Yeah, that movie's good.
The StreamYard link is right above Lord Darth Dillon's latest post, so you can join if you want to, Junko. We have room for one more.
What's another one? Oh, Pirates of the Caribbean, 20 years old.
Yeah,
everybody knows things from that. Everybody could do a saying from that film.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Oh yeah, it did come out, I think, in 2003. Let me see. Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, the first one. Yeah, it came out in 2003. I haven't seen that one, to be honest.
Oh, so you haven't seen it? You just haven't seen it in a long time.
I haven't seen it yet, to be honest, at all.
Gotcha. Oh, then I don't know if I want to give away anything, but yeah, that's something we need to put on the watch list. Then, but yeah, that's a good film.
What movie?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah, Johnny Depp one. Yeah, the first one's
the first one. Yeah.
Oh, we have to watch all the Pixar movies, and every year, we already watched Monsters Incorporated. We have to watch Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, and so on. Every Pixar movie.
Yeah. Another one was about. I know what most people find it bad. It is pretty somewhat bad. Is Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy? And they're supposed to be making another one.
I know the ride. That was fun years ago. You went out with a kid in Disneyland years ago. That was fun.
Yeah.
Junko says maybe in a bit or something. Okay, take your time, Junko.
Yeah, no rush.
Yeah, do any of you guys remember any of the Matrix movies? Do you remember the second and the third one?
Yes, I know that one.
I remember both of them, and also with Jada Pinkett Smith as Niobe.
Oh yeah, she was.
Yeah.
And Hugo Weaving as Agent Anderson. No, Agent Smith.
Yeah, Agent Smith. Yeah.
Oh,
Mr. Anderson, welcome back. We'll be seeing you.
If I may, yes, I apologize for that, but if I may interject, you failed to mention Carrie-Anne Moss, who was actually part of the movie.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Who?
Carrie-Anne Moss, who
plays
plays
Trinity.
Yes.
Trinity, yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember her as Trinity.
And Lawrence
yeah.
Fishburne is Morpheus, the bald dude.
Oh yeah, I remember. I mentioned him. Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne.
Keanu Reeves,
Yeah.
always good. Yeah, Keanu Reeves. Can't wait. Keanu Reeves. And they made a new one. That new one that came out, and it was okay, but
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, but they replaced Lawrence Fishburne and they replaced the Agent Smith actor. Like, God damn it! Yeah,
That's why I haven't watched it.
Yeah, Revelations, whatever the fourth one. Like after all those years,
Resurrections.
Yes, it was decent. I'll give you that, but still.
Uh-huh.
And Zion in the real world, those Sentinels, like Inhumans, take control, or like Podlings, right? That's what's gonna happen. I don't know if we take over the machines. Like, if the machine take it over, we're fucked. I hope not.
Out of the first three, though, which do you think is the worst? I don't think they're that all. I don't think any of them are that bad, honestly. Most people say the second one's the worst, though. But I don't think any of them are.
Oh yeah, second.
Yeah, I
don't think any of them are bad.
Yeah, Reloaded was probably the worst, but I like the Matrix trilogy as a whole. I like the first, second, and third. Unpopular opinion, I know, but it had some really good. But the choreography was really good. There was that one scene in the second Matrix movie where Neo was fighting hundreds of Agent Smiths, and he was using that pole.
Yeah.
He was spinning across it while kicking the agents all at once.
Exactly. That's one scene. Yeah.
In a panorama view.
Are you? There's two different scenes. Are you referring to the one after he sees the Oracle, or when he's at the doors trying to get Morpheus and the Keymaker in the end and through to the door? Which one?
I'm talking about the one after he meets the Oracle.
Okay.
And those albino twins, those assassins. He fights them, you know.
Oh, Neo doesn't get a chance to fight them.
Oh no! Whoever fights them, I know.
Morpheus
does.
And Trinity.
Yeah. Those albino twins.
He just shot the gas tank right in the bottom of their car, and then it burst into flames, and they were flying it.
Yeah, and then the third one, if I remember that one, they all like in the real world, they like fighting those machines, and they defend Zion. Like they had those. They like wearing those walker tanks.
Oh yeah, the walker tanks. Yeah, those are pretty cool.
Against the Sentinels, those ones like those, and then Neo confronts like Agent Smith inside the Matrix, and they confront the Sentinels, those robots.
Oh yeah. He confronts the Sentinels and tells them that the program Smith has gone out of control, and that he has to stop Smith so there can be a balance within the
humans
the real
and
world. Yeah, balance. So that way the humans can choose on their free will whether they want to stay in the Matrix or they want to stay in the human world.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy because in the first one, like, we'll all live in the real world until then, like, realize he wakes up in reality. Oh shit, he wakes up like in some pod, and he like has something in check in his head, and like he's like born again, reborn. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like they take the red pill and blue pill, like when Morpheus gives them an option. Like, damn, like, am I waking up or some simulation? Like, who am I really? I don't know. I'm just like,
you're just a battery.
Damn. Who am I? Who am I, people? Am I me or just some random guy? Who are you, people? Or has this been a lie? There is no God. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. It's kind of a long story, but if you really want to know how it all went down to hell, with the real world, how it became post-apocalyptic, the Animatrix, they give you like a little exposition. There's a 2-part series in the Animatrix called The Second Renaissance. It gives you a little backstory about the future, the distant future, and how it all went down to hell and how it became apocalyptic.
I saw that one. Yeah, I saw the Animatrix. I read that movie years ago.
Yeah, I've seen it, but it's been years since I've seen it.
I remembered when you brought that up. Yeah, Animatrix is good. It's about the whole that happens. Crazy.
Yeah. I actually made a list. I was replying to some guy's comment regarding the Matrix trilogy and how it all went down to hell. I gave a little list of everything that happens in chronological order of events, major events that made it to where it is. I'll share with all you guys if you want.
Sure.
So here's what happened. Yeah. Humankind gives birth to AI. Humans use machines to do their work. Machines get tired of it, and a court case called B1 of the trial of B166ER is where a machine is tried for the death of an entire family, sparking riots across the globe. The machines move to Iraq, formerly known as Mesopotamia, where they create their own land for them to thrive, called 01. 01 creates a variety of cheap goods, causing the global economy to fall into recession. 01 vows to join the United Nations, and their admittance is declined. The UN decides to blockade 01's products and nuke the city. The war against humans and machines begins. Operation Darkstorm is issued, blocking the sun with clouds of nanites. Because solar energy is no longer of avail, machines rely on lifelong batteries harnessed out of the bioenergy of humans. Therefore, the computer-simulated dream world, the Matrix, is created. That's how everything went to the way it is.
Okay, I gotta go. Hope you'll have a great day.
All right.
All right.
Oh,
Bye.
I see that.
Junko's here. Yeah, Junko's here, so we'll let him in.
Oh yeah, let him in. Hey, Junko.
Hello, Junko.
What's up?
Hello, Junko.
How are we doing tonight, guys? Well, today. I'm sorry.
It's okay. No worries.
No worries.
But then again, maybe it's probably still night for some people, but it's whatever.
Yeah.
It's like in the afternoon where I am.
Yep.
Right, basically. So,
Hey, Junko, you have any memories or video games, music, anything you want to share from this time frame?
other than me, enjoying Game Boy Advance games, I don't really think there's much.
No, not much.
Not much. The Sonic Heroes I do remember, since you just pulled it up earlier.
Yeah, Sonic Heroes. Do you have any particular levels that you liked in that game?
I could not get very far in that game, so I don't really have a favorite level, honestly. I only played the easy stages back then.
Do you have any movies or motion pictures that you remember?
Finding Nemo, technically. The Matrix, I've seen a bit of it, but not all of it. I know I've seen a rerun on, I think it was on HBO or something. I don't remember. My memory's a bit fuzzy.
Yeah, I was talking about the second and the third Matrix. Yeah, those are the ones that came out in 2003. Hey, Sonia. Yeah, Sonia says hi, Junko.
Yeah, I know. What's up?
Yeah, so you've seen the second and third Matrix movie, as you remember, huh, Junko?
No, I've not seen the entire movies at all. I have not seen any of the movies fully. I've only seen like one.
Battle for Bikini Bottom remake. Oh yeah, that's a good one. I thought it was really cool that they decided to take like the older version of Battle for Bikini Bottom and then remake it in 2020 with the more enhanced graphics.
Technically, I mean, it's pretty much definitive.
I like School of Rock and Finding Nemo.
Yep.
So you've seen School of Rock and Finding Nemo, right?
Who
Right,
are you asking?
Yeah, you.
I have not seen School of Rock. No.
Oh, you have to. It's hysterical. I thought the dialogue was really funny.
If I find a copy of it, maybe I'll probably buy it and I'll probably take a look at it.
Yeah. Do you remember any? Oh, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, I probably might get some more DVDs to put in my collection anyway. But yeah, continuing.
Yeah. Do you have any TV shows that you remember from this time frame?
Other than Shaolin Showdown, Teutonstein, and TMNT, I don't think so. Well, maybe Jake
there's
back much of that either.
Oh yeah, those are some good ones. I've said this early in the stream that I thought when I was younger, when I watched that TV show, I used to think that this one character here, that girl, that she was hot. I don't know why, but I did.
Well, hey, if you thought the girl was hot, it's whatever. I mean, you like whatever characters you want to. No one can judge you for that, and neither will I.
Do you guys remember the music from 2003?
Not any of these. No, I've not listened to any of these.
Not listening to any of them, huh?
Yeah, I've not been too fond of of certain stuff. So
Oh, Outer Heaven. I don't think you had a chance to talk about your favorite music. What's your favorite music that you remember from this time frame?
Oh, the Meteor from Linkin Park, and what else?
hey,
What
what
else?
happened? What happened? What happened to Kersan? Did he disconnect or something?
Yeah, he's having internet issues. Apparently, it's the rainstorm where he's at right now, and people are trying to connect the power lines, trying to fix the power lines, which is why there might be a problem with.
Okay, because I remember we had a power outage earlier this year. Like it was at the nighttime when the power like had an issue.
Yeah, but apparently he's having issues. So, do you remember any of these events from 2003? I'm sure you're probably not familiar about the genocide of Darfur, but that was a very terrible time for the non-Arab Sudanese citizens.
I was in South Sudan. Well, the Sudan
I
War.
have not
Yes.
paid attention to that, so no.
Oh yeah, George Bush declares war on Iraq.
Yeah, that son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's like
back.
way too political.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, that
Firelord.
stuff is too political. Honestly, I don't really like being into these politics subjects.
Yeah, I understand. But here's the thing. I think we can all agree on one thing. When it comes to people like Saddam Hussein, I said this before, he was evil. But what does not make sense is the fact that this president tried to gain dirt on Hussein by claiming for weapons of mass destruction when there was no proof to back up that claim that Iraq and Saddam Hussein did have weapons of mass destruction.
If this sounds like some sort of revenge plot, the thing is, like, revenge does not solve anything, and honestly, revenge makes things worse. It makes you know better than the person that you don't like.
Yep,
Mhm.
absolutely, you're right.
Like you should never engage in any hate, revenge, or any despising of someone you don't like, because it doesn't make you any better than the person that you don't like. And also, what's up, Lady M Light in the chat? I know we've not talked on here, but and it's currently free to watch. Okay, cool. If I find the service that's free to watch on, I can take a look at it.
Yeah, yeah, you're still active on Discord, huh, Junko?
I'm still active on Discord. Yes, I mean through another account, but
through another account. You still have my account, my Discord server, right?
I think I may have your Discord account either on another account or something, maybe on one of my old accounts.
Yeah, if you're still active on that new Discord account, I'll send you my Discord server so you can connect with me. And once you connect with me, I'll create a Discord server. I'll invite you, Firelord, Lady M Light, and Outer Heaven, so all of us can have movie nights if we want to. Yesterday, we watched Finding Nemo together, me, Outer Heaven, and Firelord.
No, we watched Monsters Incorporated. Not
Monsters Incorporated. Monsters Incorporated.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me check if I have you. Okay, no, I do have you. I do have you on the on my recent account. I do have you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was, because I was talking about my old account, which I no longer use. But it's the recent account that I use to talk to Lady M Light on.
Yeah.
So, yes. And by the way, thanks, Lady M Light, for the link.
Let's see. 2 more comments. Here's the link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think she sent me that through Discord. She sent me it on DM.
Yeah, so you can watch that movie. But yeah, that's a fun movie. What was I going to say? Firelord, did you have a chance to mention some of your favorite songs from the early 2000s? I don't think you had a chance to yet.
None of them.
Okay, talk. Go ahead.
None of them I remember any of those. Not even the ones that are from Black Eyed Peas. It is from 2003. However, the only one that I can only vaguely remember is from Nickelback. That particular song, but anything else, I don't remember any of that.
Someday, so on. That song.
But in recent times, which I'm not going to delve into that now, Nickelback is getting hated a lot more than I would have anticipated. I don't want to delve into the controversy. Whether they hate, whether they love it or hate it, that is not my business. And I only want to hear that music. That's it. I don't give a fuck what anyone else says.
Yeah, I know that Nickelback is facing some controversy since you mentioned this. But what kind of controversy are they facing? Do you think you could probably tell me?
The same. I don't know how would I be able to describe the same tonality that Nickelback is using, and which they have been criticized for.
Well, what have they been criticized for? I have no idea.
You do not. I do not. I don't want to delve into that controversy. I do not wish to delve into that now because that would make things irrelevant at this point.
It's not going to ruin the stream or anything. I mean,
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Okay.
I'll find out for myself. I'll find out for myself.
The other thing,
I like that band.
I think, yeah, I was gonna invite Umbrella Lobster to join the stream too, but he says he's not gonna join if you're in here, because I know you apparently have some issues with him.
Okay, let me see what this says. Apparently, what happened to freaking ads? I don't know why they're showing up. I thought I had my ad blocker on. Okay, so let's see what the heck is going on with Nickelback. I'm gonna take a look.
Junko, if you want to share a screen, I'll let you share it if you want for this.
No, I'm currently looking it up because I don't know. I really don't even know what controversy this is because I don't even know anything about it.
I don't either. This is news to me, to be honest.
How they became the most hated band.
A lot of the people really hate Nickelback, but again, I don't want to delve into that because that will only make things irrelevant, and I don't want to drag this on. That was what I was trying to say. Period.
Well, apparently, some website called grunge.com is explaining.
No. That's not what I was even referring to. I'm just talking people in general.
Right. Hold on. The songs all sound the same. I've not listened to anything, so you can only hear bad songs so many times. I don't listen to them, so I don't even know.
Best not to delve into that at this point because it's not because that's not even worth it. However, oh yes, Psycho, I feel like this is something that I failed to mention about this on my part. The only other song that I can only remember that even the 3 Doors Down that was mentioned here, but there's a different song that was, and I don't know if you heard of this. I believe the song was actually what's called "When I'm Gone." Although it was technically was heard in 2003, it was actually released in 2002.
When I'm Gone, sung by Eminem, right?
No, 3 Doors Down.
Oh, When I'm Gone, 3 Doors Down. Okay.
Although that song may sound the same as with the title of the song, that's what's called that Eminem was doing. It's not actually the same one. It can be confusing at times.
Yeah.
But I need to get to the point where I need to get into the particular Pixar movies that I watch and the movies that in and of itself. You know, Finding Nemo, School of Rock.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Junko. I know that you're into anime, but you have to watch the Animatrix too. They got some really good anime short films based off the Matrix franchise. You know, if you're an anime fan.
I might actually check that out. I mean, it seems pretty interesting now that you mentioned it. I might take a look at that sometime.
Oh, you have to. It's really good. At least what I think. Yeah. The thing is,
I mean, I could take a look at it. I mean,
yeah.
I'm all in for trying new things.
Oh yeah. But here's the thing. I mean, I was gonna eventually let Umbrella Lobster into the stream but he's been telling me that you have problems with him, Firelord. You know, if you're free, if you want me to let him on, I can let him on.
Who? Me?
Umbrella Robster, yeah. He says he doesn't want to join because you apparently have a problem with him and you blocked him. So
I do not wish to speak on that publicly. It's best to refrain from speaking on that.
okay, but are you cool if I let him on?
Oh.
I would refrain from doing so if I were you. And I'm not telling you what to do because you're in charge.
Uh-huh.
If you want to
Because
let him in, do it.
I don't want things to be ruining all over me. It's best to refrain from doing anything.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do, Firelord. I'm going to put you backstage while I let Umbrella Robster on here so you don't have to confront him. And if you want to come back in here, I'll remove Umbrella Robster and so that you won't have to interact with him if you don't want to. Does that sound good?
I'll head out of here if you want me to do that.
No, I'm talking to Firelord. You know, I'll put you backstage and I'll let Umbrella Robster speak his thoughts since I want this to be a stream where we all share our memories, music, and everything. So I'll put you backstage so I can let Umbrella Robster speak. And when he's done speaking and sharing his thoughts, I'll let you back in, Firelord. Does that sound good?
No.
No. Okay. Fine by me, I guess, then. Oh,
to move along with the movie I to speak of. Finding Nemo is actually one of the first other Pixar movie that I used to watch from my childhood. This was from 2003, so I actually have watched that movie. However, one interesting quirk that I didn't thought of this until I brought that up, Psycho. There's actually a tie-in games that is for this movie.
Oh, really? Well, I see you're back.
Did you not heard of it? Oh.
Hello,
Yeah,
lady.
Hey, Junko.
Oh, did I not hear of what, Firelord?
But did you not heard it, that particular movie actually has a movie tie-in games for Finding Nemo? Oh no, not my fucking internet.
Oh yeah, I
hate
do
when
know that Finding
happens.
Nemo has a video game. I know that Finding Nemo
Something's
has a
fucked
video
in the
game.
downtown.
Uh-oh, I think he's having a connection
Yes.
problem again.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Network.
I can agree.
Network. Something's fucked in the downtown, and I fucking hated that, and it completely disrupts my enjoyment of the internet.
Yeah.
Fuck that. But to move along with this, it actually has a movie tie-in games for Finding Nemo.
Mm-hmm.
So as a matter of fact, I actually had that game. And, well, I don't even know if I still have it in my possession for Finding Nemo. I forget what was it called. It's more so of a point and click game.
Yeah.
The Finding Nemo game I might have played, I don't remember.
Yeah, I played some of the Finding Nemo game before myself too. I remember playing like a little bit of it, and I remember the click and using the mouse key, like a PC version of that game too. Like as you mentioned before too.
What's that?
What the heck was that?
What was that?
What was that?
I have no idea who's making that noise. Crazy.
It must have been Firelord. Okay.
Something happened.
As you can see, the term soccer mom is thrown around a lot too often these days. So, back to our topic. We were talking before, Firelord, about the PC version of the game Finding Nemo, where you use the mouse key to click around on the screen and everything. That one I played at the daycare center. And, I'm going to have to let one of you backstage because Firelord is back now.
I'll be backstage.
Okay.
could be somewhere.
There you are.
So he's coming on. Okay, I may end up leaving.
Who is?
Me.
No, who's coming in here?
I think Firelord, huh?
No, Firelord's already here.
Firelord's here.
Yeah, he's
I think she's talking about someone else. Were you talking about someone else?
What did Psycho just say? I thought he said someone was coming in.
Yeah, it was Firelord. That's what I meant to say. Because something happened with his internet connection, and now he's back.
Oh, okay, I got confused then. My bad.
Yeah, that sometimes happens. So don't worry
Are you
about
playing
it.
Mega Man, Junko?
Yes, I'm playing Mega Man.
Oh,
Which
let's share
one?
that.
First one?
The second one. I'm playing someone. So someone made a fan-made port for the Super Nintendo of Mega Man 2, and I'm playing that today.
Cool. What stage you're in? Which robot master fighting?
Metal Man.
Metal Man. Sweet classic.
Yeah, it's best to start off with Metal Man because he's like the easiest you fight first. So I'm going in mostly the order that's. See, I really should have put in the freaking password that would give me the E-Tank, so I don't have to go around getting them. And yes, I do use passwords just to make it easier for me.
That's cool.
My like I said, it's all based on my skill level. So
right, cool.
Mm-hmm. Shooting. It's good for keep freaking jumping just to boost myself. I got nothing to get me up there just to get the freaking extra life. I'm surprised this Mega Man 2 port even works on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it beats me.
Yeah, and I found out about it because some ROM hacker called Infidelity. He actually did this port for the Super Nintendo, and he also did it for Mega Man 4. Like he also made a port of Mega Man 4 for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Simply put it as if like, what if Mega Man 2 was on the Super Nintendo? I mean, it's not 16-bit or anything; it's 8-bit, just like the NES game is. But I mean. But I'm okay with that. I mean, as long as it's Mega Man 2, I mean, I really don't know, what you normally expect from that. Oh, great. I'm trying not to suicide here, but it's going to be difficult. Yeah, see, like, I'm trying not to suicide. This is a problem. Lady M Light says, "Can you not show the chat once uploaded due to some reason my comments aren't reacting? The stupid network or what it's doing, it is upsetting. I wish I knew ahead of time. I wouldn't have commented." Yeah, I don't think. Wait, Lady M Light, I don't know if you're still in here, but if you're talking about showing the comments, are you talking about the ones that pop up on screen or?
No, the ones that are showing in the chat section, the comment section.
Well, I like the live chat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm able to do that, to be honest. I already showed them, so I don't know.
Oh, you showed them, yeah, but how I'm usually be able to retract them. Usually that's not an issue, but now it's becoming an issue.
I don't know what the case
I don't
is.
know. Yeah, neither do I.
Oh, do you guys have any of your favorite TV commercials from 2003 that you guys like?
Oh man, there's a lot of back in those times.
You're playing that putty game?
A lot.
Yes, I'm playing Putty Squad. I'm suffering through this just so I can beat it.
Putty Squad. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, so I told Lady M Light about a game called Super Putty, also known as Lookout. It's Putty on the Amiga CD32, and the game is so bad.
Oh, what's bad?
Super Putty on the Amiga CD32.
Oh wow.
Damn.
You play as a blob of putty that punches enemies, and the enemies turn into babies, and then you absorb and eat the babies. Yeah, that's right. Putty absorbs the babies, and if you don't absorb them, they explode. And the cat laughs at you for missing. And yes, this is actually a real game. Trust me, it's real. Like someone actually made that, and I have the Super Nintendo version of it.
Damn.
Make sure we don't got crashing. Okay, here we go. Super Putty. You always wanted a game where you play as a blue ball of putty. There you go. This is it. Super Putty. Here we go. This is how you do it.
You didn't buy Kang Fu, did you?
No. I will never play Kang Fu.
Finally, I'm forced to use my phone network. Oh, you have to hold that thought, Fire Lord. I want Leon Calavera to join since he just came backstage. Hey, Leon, how have you been?
Leon, what's up?
Pretty good by yourself.
Hey, Leon.
Good.
What's up?
Not much.
So, Leon, we've been talking about memories of the early 2000s. Do you have any particular events, music, movies, television, or video games that you want to share or anything?
Well, one video game comes to mind. SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain.
Oh, let me see. SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. Oh, yeah, this game.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that game, yeah.
It came out on October 27th, 2003.
Mm-hmm.
Bring down the pain. Nice.
Nice.
So none of these seem to ring a bell. None of these other games, huh?
Hit and Run does ring a bell for me.
Oh, Hit and Run. We kick people.
Yeah. Save me, Jeebus! Save me, Tough Man!
Oh, yeah. The fire.
Oh, yeah.
Save me, Tough Man.
Any TV shows, Leon?
Not really.
What about motion pictures?
The Matrix, definitely.
Oh, yeah, the second and third one. Now, to be honest, I've been saying this before. Unpopular opinion. I thought the second and third Matrix movie were not entirely bad. I mean, I did have some good choreography and good fighting scenes I liked.
Yeah.
Right.
Music from 2003, that seems to ring a bell to you? Any of these songs?
Let me just put that on full screen so I can see it. Not really.
No. Oh, well, we have to remember when this happened, when George Bush declared war on Iraq in 2003. Oh, boy, that was a mess. Let Leon do his thing unless Junko has to leave. Leon's here anyway, so might as well keep him here for a while unless he wants to leave now. Do you have any commercials that you remember from 2003, Leon, or the early 2000s that you liked, for that matter?
Can't think of it off the top of my head, no.
Well, that's okay. I'm not forcing you. Oh, I see that someone else has joined too. I'm going to let someone else in for a while, Leon, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to take off anyway.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Now, Firelord, Here's the thing. I know Umbrella Robster is backstage, but whatever beef you have with him, I'm gonna leave that up to you guys. I want this to be non-drama, no drama. I'm gonna let Umbrella Robster join for a while so he can share his thoughts and memories, and then when he's done, I'll let you back in. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, peace out.
No, I was talking to Firelord.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't think anybody's. I'm not on good terms either with the person.
Not on good terms with Umbrella Robster.
Hey, Lady M,
Yeah,
like,
not really. No.
hey, lady, is it just like how you're not on good terms with Professor Wedgie?
Yeah.
Professor
I thought
Wedgie.
Professor Wedgie wants me to stop him with his cleats.
Oh,
With my cleats.
oh, screw Professor Wedgie.
You're funny, lady.
It's kind of funny, man. You're telling Professor Wedgie.
No, I'm fine with Professor Wedgie.
Oh, he has computer problems, Firelord.
No, the stuff you say, lady, it's funny, man.
Firelord wants me. Firelord wants me to let him do his thing.
Well, yeah, lady. I mean, before you go, I mean, in case if Umbrella comes here, and before you go, I'll probably do a VC tonight if you want in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll do a VC and pretty much maybe when Grand King returns.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be around like at 5 or later. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, yeah, because there's things going on tonight around. Yeah, so yeah, it just depends. Okay, see you then.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So,
Right, so what do we have?
Outer Heaven. Yeah, Outer Heaven. Do you have issues with Umbrella Robster?
Well, I know he likes to bring up certain things, and it gets annoying sometimes. But we're pretty much okay. But I don't blame him. But no, I don't. But I'm not gonna bring that up. Just bring him around here and just get it over with.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should get it over with.
Umbrella Robster, welcome.
Greetings, PsychoYajko. So, what topic are you talking about here?
Oh, we were talking about memories of the early 2000s. For this live stream, I decided to talk about the year 2003, whether it's events, music, movies, motion picture, television, video games. Do you remember any of these video games off the top of your head?
Wait, I just want to say this. Was Leon here earlier? I just wanted to say, what's new with him,
Oh, yeah, he was here earlier, but he decided to leave. I don't know why. I think he's got things he has to do. And besides, he wants me to do some things for him, too. He wants me to do some quick voiceovers. I have to do that as soon as possible once I finish this stream for his new spreading movie.
Yeah. A really quick Psycho. I want to clarify this. Like, I literally never had an issue with Lady M. So not at all. I want to remain neutral with her.
Oh.
Well, that's pretty much between you both.
But anyways, well, going back to the topic, PsychoYajko.
Yeah, do you have any video games that you remember from this time frame? Any video games, TV shows, movies?
Wait, what are you gonna pull up first?
Do you remember these TV shows at all?
Okay, wait a minute. Let me look really closely. I remember the two shows on the far right, Shaolin Showdown and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
When I was young, I thought the girl in that show, Shaolin Showdown, I thought she was hot. I'm sorry, I thought she was.
I mean, whatever you want to think. I mean.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you still think she's that's fine.
Well, I'm sure that's typical. Well, that's typical reaction because there are other people who said that when they were young and when they watched that show on TV, they thought she was hot too.
That's right. You better drop those nitro bombs.
Do you know any of these movies, Umbrella Robster?
All right. Let me see. Only the first one on the far left. That movie is such a classic. Finding Nemo, and then also the sequel is Finding Dory. But I do know for sure it's in the same franchise.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You have to watch School of Rock too. That one's a fun movie.
I'll see if I can. I'll see if I have time to watch that. But I also want to address the PsychoYajko. Like after Finding Dory, I think this will be the last one, I believe, and make it a trilogy. Finding Marlin.
Huh. How unusual. We'll have to see how that works.
Oh yeah, they're making another one. Yeah, you're right. Finding Marlin, another one.
Let me see. I'll see if I can find out about this.
Yeah,
Finding
you might be
Marlin.
right on that. Yeah.
Let me share this. Finding Marlin is an upcoming 2027 American 3D computer animated buddy comedy drama adventure film. Produced by Pixar Animation Studios and released by Walt Disney Pictures. Directed and written by Andrew Stanton, the screenplay was co-written by Bob Peterson and Stanton.
Yep. Oh, 2027. God damn.
Yeah, so still got ways to go. Yeah.
Damn. We can't wait for that. Whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on, guys.
If you want to share, if you really want to watch the movie Finding School of Rock, Umbrella Lobster, it's free on YouTube with ads. Apparently, Lady M Light was telling me about that.
All right, then I'll definitely keep this in mind. School of Rock, and the main character is Jack Black. Jack Black, right?
Yeah, the main star, the main character. His real name is Dewey Finn in that movie, and he was played by Jack Black.
Okay.
Jack Black.
Yeah, are you familiar with any of these songs from 2003 of Umbrella Lobster?
Let me look really closely. As a matter of fact, no, and I don't really listen to like mainstream music. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Oh, you're not a mainstream. Well, okay. Well, let's ask. Are you familiar with when George Bush declared war on Iraq in 2003?
Oh man, that asshole. I mean, I haven't even seen this. Wait, it is a video, right?
Oh yeah, it's a video. I did share it. I did share it earlier on the stream. But yeah, he declared war on Iraq in 2003 over the claim that Iraq and Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction when there was no claim, where there was no proof to back that claim. So his claim of Iraq and Saddam Hussein having weapons of mass destruction had no merit.
So literally, it was a hoax.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know what's up with people coming out with such stuff like that.
And it's like the saying, I mean, don't get me wrong. Saddam Hussein, he was an evil dictator. Let's be real on that. And I said this before, what doesn't make sense is the fact that he would go to these great lengths to cause a war that would only worsen the situation. It's like the things that were happening in Iraq were bad enough, but how George Bush reacted, George W. Bush, it only worsened the situation. Will Ferrell actually did a mockery of that guy too, believe it or not.
I think I remember that back then. Yeah, I remember that years ago.
Yeah, he did a skit called "The Axis of Evil." That was a fun one.
That was a fun one.
Yes.
Gotta collect putties.
Anthony and Luna, do you have any albums from 2003 that you want to share?
No, but I remember the Tupac Resurrection soundtrack from that.
By the way, Anthony Luna, I'm thinking of making a stream about that. Like, I don't even know if it's gonna be today, but I'll eventually I'll eventually do that. Talk about Tupac.
Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, so now I figured out how to finally get through this. Okay, so I need to. Okay, so I need to inflate myself. Whoa.
Umbrella Lobster, you probably don't remember this topic, but remember in 2003 when Omar Hassan al-Bashir, he was the dictator of Sudan, of South Sudan particularly. He caused the massacre of the non-Arab citizens in the Sudanese village of Darfur. He sent out his military, called the Janjaweed, his military group, to rape, murder, and destroy the people of South Sudan. Or South Sudan.
Wait, can you say that name again?
South Sudan. It's a part of Sudan, which is a country in Africa. And this dictator here, Omar al-Bashir, he wanted a more Arab, Islamic-based government in that country, which a majority of the non-Arab black Africans in that country disagreed with. So they formed a rebellion in the hope that they could overthrow him and have a government that would represent the non-Arabs. And then he sent out his military to rape, murder, and mutilate them.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't even know anything about this, and it's gonna be down in this is gonna be down in history, right?
Oh yeah, it is. It already is down in the history books. You know, get this: Omar he's a fugitive to the International Criminal Court for counts of genocide.
Wow, I did not know.
He hasn't been arrested, a son of a bitch.
I think he was arrested. He was overthrown, as far as I'm aware. That's the latest news I got, that he was overthrown in a most recent coup, according to Britannica. Let me see. I have an article about it.
I did not know that he's a fugitive.
Oh yeah, he is.
They barely talk about him. They're focused more on the war, more on the war in Iraq and that guy.
Yeah, he served as president of Sudan from 1993 until 2019, when he was ousted in a military coup.
Is he still alive, or he's still already died?
Oh, he's still alive.
Ah, bastard.
Wouldn't it be nice if he could get the mercy chair? If he's get the mercy chair, he's scheduled to get what he deserves.
Exactly, for war crimes. I know you can't
what's the mercy chair? Is that like the electric chair? Or?
Yeah. Fucking bastard.
Yeah. Same with Bush too. Bush should get electrical chair too, or same as him, along with him.
Yep. I also want to say this to you, PsychoYajko. You were mentioning about you set up your own Discord server for movies, right?
Mostly movies. I've been thinking about doing it. Are you on Discord, Umbrella Robster?
Wait. As a matter. I apologize. I apologize for interrupting. But as a matter of fact, yes, I do have Discord, and do you want it? I can give it to you right now.
Oh yeah, sure. I posted my Discord link in the private chat just now, so feel free to send a request when you can, and I'll create a private Discord for all of us to join so we can watch movies. Yesterday, Outer Heaven, Lady M Light, Firelord, and I, all four of us, we watched Monsters Incorporated together.
Yep. I also want to say this, Junker Bro, are you joining that Discord server just for movies only?
I'll just join it. Why not? I mean, I told him I was going to join.
All right, then. Wait, I'm almost done. I'm just trying to see. This is complicated. The 4 numbers, that could be a pain in the ass sometimes.
Oh yeah.
There you go. I just sent you a friend request.
Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, I got 4 pending. Yeah, I got one from so far from you. And this Anthony Luna person.
Yeah. I also want to say this. I like your logo. It's funny.
Yeah, Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam. But but can you send me an invite to your server right now, or are you still in the process of making it?
I'm still in the process of making it.
Okay. But I want to ask you a question, PsychoYajko. What do you use more, Discord or Facebook Messenger? I just want to know about this, or Instagram.
I try to be as equal as possible, so that way anyone can message me in any way possible, whatever is comfortable with them. So I try to be as consistent as possible when it comes to ways of instant message on all these social media accounts or servers. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I think Firelord Kursan wants back in, so we'll have to move you backstage, Umbrella Robster.
All right, but wait, before you do that, PsychoYajko, wasn't there also gonna be more power slides you were gonna show me? I mean, I can wait. I can be backstage. I can wait for that.
I think I already showed the slides. It was mostly events, music, TV shows, video games, things like that. So I pretty much shared all the slides.
All right then. I also want to say this is Lady Emily gonna be back in the stream, or just in the live chat? I just want to say hi to her. I absolutely have no problem with her at all.
I really don't know.
Oh, all right. Well, you can let this individual in. I'll be backstage.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Finally,
You're back.
my network should not be acting up on me, and my computer shouldn't be the one that caused that problem for my network. I hate it when it has to happen on a rainy day. Fuck that noise.
Yeah.
Okay, to move on with the Pixar. I remember I said that Finding Nemo was the one that actually had a movie game tie-in, which actually is more of a point and click game. Do you recall that?
Yeah, I do. I played it. I played it at a daycare center when I was a lot younger. I remember the point and click and everything. That's the only one. That's the one I remember when I was at daycare. Like, remember a few parts of it I was playing, and then I got bored of it. I don't know why, but I remember when they had a point and click of it. I remember. Yeah.
Which is a bit of an interesting because I felt like there was only a couple of people that don't necessarily remember any of those scenes that have played it on a PC. As far as I'm able to recall, I believe that it was yes. I was actually playing on PC, so there's that. Uh, as a matter of fact, it's even available on Steam. Out of all things, so who would have thought? Uh, I don't remember most of the scene from the Finding Nemo, but the only couple of scenes that I can only remember is the when the Nemo just flick it off like that in his own Padre calls it Nemo.
Oh yeah, he touched the butt.
Oh yeah.
Whether this was done intentionally, Nemo shouldn't have done that, but he ended up getting captured by a human.
Yeah, a diver.
Yes, which is something that he should not have done there. But in all honesty, that was his fault for not knowing any better.
Exactly.
The whole situation happened in that movie.
And his father kept trying to tell him, "What's one thing to remember about the ocean? It's not safe."
No, not even safe. However, an interesting quirk that I never really thought about this until I didn't pay close attention to the credits is that I never knew that Willem Dafoe was actually the one who played that particular role. Gil, scarred Moorish idolfish.
Yeah.
That's actually the fish that you were forgetting about it.
Yeah, William Dafoe.
Yes, in the fish tank. Yes.
Ah, him. Yes.
Oh yeah, he was in the original Spider-Man movie, too.
Green Goblin.
Yes.
Yeah, he was Green Goblin. Yeah.
I failed to mention that on my part as well, so kind of my fault for not bringing it up. Although I must assume that you have already brought that up on your previous stream at one point.
Oh, I didn't. I don't think. No, I don't think I mentioned that.
Well, okay. I'm gonna have to give you a bit of a history for that. Willem Dafoe is actually one of the few actors who I recognize him from those time periods when the Spider-Man movie from Sam Raimi's movie actually got released in 2002, and he was actually part of that. So, who am I to say that he was the best actor of Green Goblin, even if it's not something that he should have portrayed? Although, in recent times, there was actually one that it was supposed to have that animatronic face that would have had the facial expressions for the Green Goblin, but they had to scrap it in favor of the metal head for Green Goblin because just works out the best for him because even Willem Dafoe was comfortable doing an uncomfortable metal plated costume. So that's something that you should know about that. At least that's what you know about that. And the last, sidetracking off there. I'm trying to think of what. Okay, so the Finding Nemo. I don't know what was the last scene that I can remember because I don't remember most of the scenes that I would remember of all things. Because it's just, well, let's just say I don't remember all of them. I haven't watched it in a long time since I watched it the first time around. So maybe it'll be a good thing that we will watch the movie together after this.
Oh yeah, we should.
So for the next movie is The School of Rock. Now, actually, I want to give this a reference to actual actor for the Jack Lowe who was in that movie. And warning, ear rape, so better tone down the volume while you're at it.
Gosh,
You got
shut up! Fuck you! You fucking dick! You piece of shit! You fucking shit! Fucking cocky ass!
Nice.
A comedic guy that doesn't swear any better than Jack Black himself. Now, actually, School of Rock was actually the only movie that I can remember off the top of my head that I watched that with my brother, as a matter of fact. However, I didn't watch the movie again after so long, but maybe it will be another movie that we should watch it again and for sometime later after this. Maybe not even that hour as I'm trying to say this, but after Finding Nemo is what I meant to say. But that would be on a different time frame, either during around the summer or whichever. I don't even know.
Yeah.
But for some reason, and I say this for some reason, I'm unable to watch the School of Rock on YouTube because it tells me that it's not available.
Probably because it's not available in your country.
Possibly.
Because I'm able to watch it as much as I want to. I'm able to watch it where I am in the United States.
But for some reason, not for me, it is blocked in certain countries that does not allow me to watch that movie.
– Go figure. Countries vary what movies you can or cannot watch. That sucks.
I hate that I hate that when it has to happen to anybody who cannot watch that goddamn certain movies on YouTube. That's kind of yes. Well, for the TV, oh yes, I can't skip. I can't get on to that just yet. A couple of Matrix movies, except for the one, the Animatrix. The Matrix's movies are actually kind of okay. It wasn't all that bad, as you pointed that out. Lawrence Fishburne, Keanu Reeves, and Carrie-Anne Moss. They were all fantastic actors, and I have to give it credit.
Favorite? I got a question. What's your favorite Matrix movie?
I have no preference.
No preference. All right, that's fine. I mean, you don't have to have a preference. It's not required.
The Matrix movies that I had watched, and I can only recall a couple of others, and even the movie tie-in games like the Matrix video games that you get to play as Niobe and Ghost. Although technically, Trinity was in the game in the Matrix, but she just wasn't playable. As far as I'm able to recall, you had to fight her. That is the only thing I can remember off the top of my head.
I remember that in Enter the Matrix 2. There was a boss level called Trinity and Ghost that takes place in the Zen Garden. You play as Ghost and you have to fight Trinity.
Yes, that's correct. And that's hence the reason why you need to face her as far as you need to do so. Because, quite frankly, if you didn't beat her the first time around, then I think you'd technically be dead, as far as I'm able to recall. But that's kind of a subject that I don't want to delve into. But in all honesty, Matrix, the Matrix trilogy was definitely the definitive one that I get to watch it. Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolution, and Enter the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
However, the Animatrix is something that I might have technically watched it, but I have no idea. My memory must have been blurred out on me, and I didn't have a clue what was that supposed to be.
Yeah.
Shameful of me having my memories blanked out on me when I obviously I watched it, but my memories blanked out on me. So sue me for that.
Sometimes those can blank out. Sometimes memories can blank out on me as well, so we can relate on that.
Don't care really, but so yeah, those Matrix movies are definitely one of those times that I get to watch. And the latest Matrix movie, it was okay, but I don't think I watched it, not yet at least. But I don't expect anything different from that. Now to jump on the TV shows, please, Psycho. Please jump onto the TV shows of which one I watched.
Okay.
The only TV show that I can actually recall is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 2003, and it's actually the one that I actually had that. Now, funny enough, I actually have watched that TV show, even in my local dubbing that I live. So I'm not going to mention the name of the country, so let's just get that out of the way. I have watched that, and it even has included the same tie-in TV-based game for the TMNT. And as a matter of fact, I actually played TMNT from 2003, the one that is released in the same year of when that show aired. So you know what? It's more so of a 3D beat 'em up kind of genre that you could think of at that time. And I feel like even though the game that was made by Konami, which by the way, hashtag fuck Konami, Konami actually made a fantastic game for this particular game in 2003. Even if the graphics looks a bit dated, because that game is Jesus Christ 2 decades ago.
Yeah.
2 decades ago. But backtracking here, I actually like it, even if it's a drastic departure from the 1987 TV show of the TMNT, which I kind of like. I'm more of a nostalgic oriented kind of guy, so to say. But 2003 isn't necessarily so bad. So at least there are some things that can be changed in manageable in some ways.
Yeah. Well,
so if I were to give my input on TMNT from 2003, yes, I get it that is given a darker tone, even if the 4 kids didn't want to admit that at some point. But did you remember that the 4 kids were actually the ones who actually allowed that a particular show to be aired, even if that show was darker? Psycho.
Well,
I asked you a question. But did you forget that the 4 kids were actually the ones who censor heavily on majority of all stuff when it comes to anime, Yu-Gi-Oh as such, except for TMNT, which actually gave a more darker tone than the heavily censored version of any.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember when I think they showed the original Pokemon too,
and Yu-Gi-Oh as well.
And Yu-Gi-Oh, yeah.
The fact that they actually allowed to have a blood in there for TMNT is kind of bizarre, but at the same time jarring, because I don't understand the logic behind it 4 kids when they actually aired that show. So they must forget the memo.
Exactly.
So I don't get that. So I don't really get why would they have to. I don't really get the logic behind it 4 kids. If they're heavily censoring some things, but there are certain elements that are not censored, even in certain shows that they should have paid attention to, then I hate to say this, but there's some hypocrisy going on in here that I'm not going to delve into that. But in all honesty, there are certain scenes that I would definitely like. Well, at least a couple of them. The one that they had to go underground, crystal undergrounds that they had to search for it, which actually one of the episodes that I got to watch it. So maybe one of those days that we get to watch the TV show set, so I can pull it up and have a look see and see what that is supposed to be. So we can have a TV show night. So
yeah,
maybe that's in the future. And I actually did that more times than I could count.
Yeah.
So to go, okay, so that's the only TV show I can remember for the TMNT. So next, pull up to the next slide for that is the video games itself. Now, video games. Well, only one that I can actually remember is the Sonic Heroes. Well, technically, Hidden Run, which I actually played it on the PC version, not the PlayStation 2 or original Xbox or the GameCube version of it, because I mostly played it on the PC exclusively. Now, Beyond Good and Evil, I don't think I ever played it, and I don't think I will, because it's highly unheard of for me, even in my day and age. So the Simpsons Hidden Run, I actually got to play that. It's actually quite a few. There's actually quite a few funny lines that Homer made a quote lines that "Save me, Jimmy, save me, Dubman, wee!"
Homer go boom.
Yeah, learn to drive, you dumbass.
Oh my ass!
Oh yeah! Ow my ass! Ow my ass! Ow my neck! Like that. Every single line.
Reckless driving is my pet peeve.
Reckless driving is my pet peeve.
I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer.
I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer.
Remember the Bumblebee Man? There was a part where Lisa enters the Springfield Observatory, and she checks the window, and then she sees Bumblebee Man with a piranha stuck to his nose. And he's like, "Ay, ay, ay, ¿por qué está cruel el mundo?"
Bumblebee
That
Man's
means in Spanish,
hilarious.
why is the world such a cruel place? That's what it means in Spanish.
Bumblebee is hilarious. Bumblebee Man's hilarious.
Jesus Christ, I couldn't even possibly remember that. And I actually remember fooling around and after I raced the fucking principal Skinner to get to the school, delivering to the clay figure for Lisa that was supposed to be there. I just had to fool around and keep the track rolling after I beat the principal Skinner in a race. I just fool around. I wanted to have the fucking cops go after my ass, so I actually kind of played it even after I beat the game. So I just love fooling around in the Simpsons hitting around. So who the fuck would you even? Why the fuck would you think I wouldn't be fooling around in the Simpsons hitting around? Huh? Psycho? Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
If I were you, Psycho, I would be just fooling around in a game while I was still in a mission. So just to fuck around with it and be. But let me ask you a question, Psycho. What was the hardest mission that you ever got to deal with in a Simpsons hit and run?
I think it was the final missions, like the Halloween ones.
The Halloween. It was the only one that legitimately pisses me off. You have to, if you end up accidentally or did not want to destroy the fucking nuclear waste, you're gonna have to return back up to the nuclear plant. If you get it, retrieve it. And this is just a fucking annoying. This is the final piece. This was just really a final mission of the game that is hard to deal with.
Exactly.
Fuck, that is annoying. Fuck, that is annoying. And the same could be applied for the couple of other missions that involves nuclear waste missions for that.
Yeah.
And I hate that. Although at least one of them is marginally better. At least one of the other missions that is marginally better, and I believe it was Snake that you can ride along with. So it wasn't that difficult. But with the Professor Frank and the Grandpa
Simpson?
Yes, Grandpa Simpson. God damn it. It's just a pain in the ass. Just a pain in the ass mission to deal with it if you're not careful with driving. But even on the last mission, fuck, that is annoying.
Yeah.
So I can only tell you this. Psycho. I just don't think I will be dealing with that in a final mission, and fuck that. Abe Simpson, yes, that's it. What was the other hardest mission that you have to deal with? Well, aside from that final mission in The Simpsons Hit and Run.
I don't really remember a lot of the missions, but there's one I remember where you have to destroy all the laser gun posts at the Squidport tourist area. That one was called Set to Kill. I don't really remember that. I just remember the free roam where I like to road rage across town, everything.
I think that was for Bart Simpson in the penultimate mission of the penultimate episode of the Simpsons Hit and Run.
Yeah.
That is as far as I can able to recall all that. But fuck me. And the other mission, you have I think that was it. You have to destroy the stand the shopping mall, like kind of like a flea market, if that makes any sense to you. You have to destroy the flea stand on that to destroy the laser distribution for that. Having to use some kind of special vehicle that can actually go through a high speed. So I think that's one of those. I don't recall anything else other than just those two missions that are hard as fuck to do with.
Wedgie, huh? Where is Professor Wedgie? How dare you say screw Professor Wedgie?
But if you were to ask me, Psycho, I feel like those are the only two missions that I can recall that are hard as fuck to deal with. So
let me be right back, guys. I'll be back.
Okay.
But if you were, so in all honesty, Psycho, I fucking love that. But that is the only major complaint that I have. And what was the other one? Oh crap! The level for output now be my petalon. You have to destroy the armored truck. Fuck, that is annoying.
Mm-hmm.
That takes so long. That takes so long to destroy the armored van to get something that you need for Snake. And fuck me, that takes so fucking long to deal with it. And even with the vehicle that you have, it's not enough. It's not enough to keep up with him. So. How am I supposed to feel about this as Psycho is up in your interpretation.
I don't know.
So that's something that I had some major complaints about that. Okay, so moving along with the Simpsons hit and run. The next game that I got to play was Sonic Heroes. Now I actually have beaten the game at least a couple of times, and towards the end of a mission for the against Metal Sonic. Yes, Metal Sonic, Metal Overlord.
Oh, look who came to visit. I'm going to have to stop the stream after this. I'm just going to let this guy come in here so he can entertain us.
Okay.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh,
Well,
Umbrella Robster wants to come in to watch this, too.
Oh.
So
okay, then I'm leaving. I'm out. So what are we doing?
One of us is gonna have to come out so that way I can let Umbrella Robster in because he wants to hear what Professor Wedgie has to say and wants to confront Professor Wedgie face to face.
Well, put two of us in the backstage.
Yeah, I'll stay here, I guess. But I'm just not gonna be saying much. Tell you that.
Well, I kind of understand why you have to be that way. So Sonic Heroes is the one that I actually played at. The Metal Overlord, goddamn, was a major pain in the ass. And even the one hardest one to collect it is the last Chaos Emerald you have to collect. And god fucking damn it, it's a pain in the ass to collect the last Emerald, last Chaos Emerald, in a special stage. How could they have to fuck up that kind of design? And there's a spike, explosive spikes all around on the fucking places that would slow me down drastically.
Oh shit!
I'm here. And where's my boyfriend, Professor Wedgie?
Oh, we'll let Professor Wedgie in. Professor Wedgie wants to come in too.
Oh my god, I can't live with my sexy gay boyfriend. Come on, Professor Wedgie. Where are
Come on,
you?
Professor Wedgie, get your ass in here.
Oh god.
Let's settle this before I end the stream. Well, I guess he ain't coming.
I feel like I need to get. I need to continue with this before I. Shall I continue or?
This is getting awkward. I really wanted to end this with Professor Wedgie, but he's not coming, and we only have Larry Cool in here.
Oh, that bald loser. Baldy.
Well. It's good to see you, Outer Heaven. Will you have gay sex with me instead of Professor Wedgie?
Screw you, Baldy. I'm not interested.
I do want to admit this right now that I literally what you said was facts about me. I did commit arson.
Yeah, you did, you psycho. You need help. Go get help, you son of a bitch.
And I also want to say this right now.
Stop it.
That
get some help.
Michael Jordan meme.
Yeah. Oh, he's out of here.
I'm gonna say this right now. Psycho. Wait, how about you get some help because I literally stole video games.
Yeah, you really do need some help. You need to be on Dr. Phil.
I'm joining you. Peace out.
All right, cool.
All right. I don't want this to drag out, but Sonic Heroes is actually one of the few games. But actually, Psycho, before that, have you actually watched one of the YouTubers who actually did a review of this game called "Some Call Me Johnny"?
No, I haven't, but I'm trying to get into movie reviews. There's this one YouTuber who I think I'm trying to get into. He's called Possum Reviews, and he finds garbage.
Damn. I mean, I don't even know how am I supposed to react to that. But what I would suggest you to do is look up some Johnny, the YouTuber who actually made a review for Sonic Heroes. But let me tell you something. And I don't think you are aware of this, but there are some severe hit collision detection within the Sonic Heroes games, and maybe it feels unpolished in so many areas that I cannot even describe it. Even I played on PC, but I didn't notice it until some years later that the YouTuber Some Call Me Johnny made that kind of video and pointed that out, and it's actually his opinion. So I don't know why would I have, but after looking upon closer inspection, I was like, oh god damn, that is a severe collision detection. So that might explain the reason why is that. Man, that is some bullshit that I had to deal with. But in all honesty, I feel like I made it. Well, what was your favorite team in Sonic Heroes, if I may ask?
I'd have to say, because of how easy the levels were, I think it was the Rose team. They seemed a lot easier.
Well, on any of those teams that I get to play, I have no preference. I just want to beat the game as much as possible so that I can as soon as possible because I need to complete all those every single last zones that I have to complete, and that's that. However, I did not realize this, and as I said before, up until this point, I have to collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds to beat the final boss, Metal Sonic, in this instance. However, I did not figure this out until much, much, much later that you get to do a super hard mode. But unless you're willing to go through that, you're required to have all A grades, which in my eyes, it's not worth it. It's not fucking worth it. You're restricted to play only as a Team Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just kind of bullshit. And that goes even extra harder than what Team Darga has had harder difficulty on that. So that's kind of thing that you had to deal with. Well, at the end of the day, I do think that Sonic Heroes is my kind of favorite game, at least to my eyes. Even it does scream some kind of a 90s kind of aesthetic look of it. But who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? The SpongeBob, next up, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle of the Bikini Bottom. Now, I actually played that game on the PC version, not the ones that I played on the consoles, or even the remastered version of it. I want to make that clear. The one that has that Microsoft Sam's text-to-speech voice.
Yeah.
I actually played that, but I need to revisit that and see what was the walkthrough was like, because I suppose I must have blacked out on everything else, but Jesus Christ. It's quite funny, really, when you look back, what SpongeBob SquarePants was like. What was your actual? Did you actually play it on PC?
I played it on the console.
Well, I played it on a PC, so the version may differ from each other. So I want to make that abundantly clear. I figured there's a couple of stages that where you get to jump around in the jungle, but Sponge feels kind of naked in some ways. If it would have made any sense, why they kept him intact over there in the PC while on the console it's not? The fuck? It's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous. But I find it to be the point and click game that I played for SpongeBob SquarePants is kind of okay, but I feel like they could have refined something more, because us PC gamers who we received that, we had received differently than what the console versions have, at least to your eyes, Psycho. So maybe we have a different opinion, but who am I to judge? Lastly, we get to this.
Okay.
The Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. Now,
okay.
I didn't realize this until you brought this up. You actually played this on the Xbox, the original Xbox for the Jedi Academy?
Yeah, the demo, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, I think it was the demo, yeah.
Yes, the demo. I actually played it on the full version of it, and I actually managed to beat the game after all, at least after all, a couple of years after that game was released. But I didn't get into that. But Jesus Christ, I actually enjoy the Jedi Knight Jedi Academy with this, especially one of his most iconic voices that I think you might recognize as well. I don't think you took heard of it, but this is the one.
This one's mine. You're joking, right? That won't work on me. Nice try. What?
And this is actually from Kyle Katarn, who was also in that game. Although technically, his first appearance was in the I forgot what was it. I think it was in the DOS game of the Star Wars. God damn it, I can't even think of it. What was actually called before or that? But Jesus fucking Christ!
Dark Forces.
Dark Forces. Yes, that was that. It was actually that. So, as far as I'm able to recall, he was actually playable in the older version of that game than the Dark Forces, and then after that, Jedi Knight, Jedi Outcast, which I technically played the demo, although I never really got to it because it kind of locked me out, and I had no idea what was that supposed to be. But I actually watched walkthrough it, and wouldn't you know it, Kaliko-chan was actually playable in that before Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. So
Yeah.
that kind of tells you something about that. But the Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, I feel like the gameplay was actually the fantastic thing. And I think they used a modified version of a Quake engine. I feel like I forget what engine they were using for, but the gameplay was fantastic, even with the use of a lightsaber. So I can't fault them for that, for what the Raven Software has been doing for that.
Yeah.
And I can actually give you some of the stories for that, Psycho, because in all honesty, that Jedi Knight Jedi Academy was actually the definitive gameplay of that I got to play. However, the issue that I have, it's not so much with the gameplay, but the story is so fucking dumb.
Yeah.
The storyline is so fucking dumb for a Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. And even though there are some good stories that could be used with that implementation, I feel like having a Rosh Pennant in there was just so fucking annoying and dumb.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why they needed to have that. I mean, yeah, sure, I get it. Rosh Pennant was supposed to be a sidekick for Jaina, but even though that didn't necessarily fell completely okay, because for some reason Jaden was not that kind of you can optional as male or female. I feel like a lot of those things that they could have completely take Raj Pennant out of the story and not having to deal with it, because I'm so fucking annoyed and I'm so fucking tired of it. Because why the fuck would you include him in the fucking game if you have to have him in there? Because to me, that just sounds so utterly annoying and quite honestly not respectful to the source material of this. So I have to be honest here, Psycho. Even though the story may be dumb as fuck, at least the gameplay felt mostly relatively intact, even from the ones that has been used in the Jedi Knight Jedi Outcast. So to me, that is the most very respectful thing. They retain all of that element for that, so I can greatly appreciate that. Now, for the multiplayer aspect of it, and I don't think you have seen in that one, the multiplayer aspect is kind of maybe, unless you were playing around in a server that you could playing around with people, only those who have been around on the internet age at that point. But even back then, we're still using a land broadband network out there, so the internet was still at its infancy. So we were not yet developed at that point. But Jedi Knight Jedi Academy is actually the one that holds a special place in my heart, and I feel like the multiplayer aspect of it, well, I can fool around having a death match here and there. I actually find it quite enjoyable in multiplayer than just having the single player. But even then, the single player, I've beaten the game a couple of times, as a matter of fact. And I completely obliterated it because I thought this was going to be fucking difficult because I had no idea what the hell am I getting myself into. And even one of the fucking annoying enemies that really fucking pisses me off is the New Reborn. New Reborn is what annoys me the most, and especially the cultist, the one that carries a Dark Lightning and the choke force.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But the funny thing is, and I don't think I mentioned this, but you could use a choke force on that and throw them off the cliff like it was nothing, like you're the boss.
Yeah,
you're the boss, and throw them off the edge of the cliff, whichever, so they would never come back again. But you have to be sure, because otherwise you will not be able to be. You won't be as fast as anyone else. You have to have the mad reflexes on that to throw them off, and so that they don't get in your way. And that's the very best tool. And that's the very best tool that they can offer. And I think they did a pretty good job, even if they didn't want to admit that. So, bellissimo. So, at the end of the day, the gameplay wise, it is definitely the best gameplay that I got to play for Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. And the missions it varies from mission to mission. There's only one. There's a couple of favorite missions that I got to play around with. Is you have to jump from car to car, or I forget the mission. What was it called? It was in the Corellia. Yes, Corellia. Where you have to take out the bombs before it explodes on the tram. So there's that. So I think that's it, Psycho. I think I made my point. So would you please go on ahead and stop?
Absolutely. Well, guys, this has been it. I'm glad all of you were able to join. I hope all of you enjoyed this stream where I shared my memories of the year 2003 and many other memories of the early 2000s. Thanks all of you guys for watching this stream. If you guys like the stream, drop a like, share, comment, subscribe for more videos, gameplays, and streams, rants, reviews, whatever. I hope to see you all in the next video or stream. Take care, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Later.